142.5 grams of aluminum. How many grams of oxygen gas are needed? So let me write this down. 142.5 grams of aluminum. And my reaction is 2 aluminum solids plus 3 oxygens goes to aluminum oxide solid. And my question is, how many grams of oxygen gas are needed? Now, so I have my grams of aluminum. The technique I use for solving this problem is called the railroad tracks or the picket fence. It was taught to me by my high school chemistry teacher, Mr. Buffington. And the process generally goes like this. If you have grams of something, you're going to need moles of something, and you're going to use a conversion called the molar mass. And it's going to be the molar mass of aluminum in this case. Then you're going to need a mole-to-mole conversion. And mole-to-mole conversions use the coefficients in the balanced reaction. And then we're going to need a mother molar mass. And this time it's going to be the molar mass of oxygen. So that's the setup. And the molar mass of aluminum we get from our periodic table. Where's my aluminum? 26.98 grams per mole. And the way that looks in my system for doing the calculations is it's 26.8 grams of aluminum for 1 mole of aluminum. Then the mole-to-mole coefficients are going to be 2 moles of aluminum are reacted for every 3 moles of oxygen. And I don't even need my aluminum oxide in this problem. There are other similar problems where I will do what's called stoichiometry, and these are called stoichiometry calculations, which is basically chemistry calculations. Over here, the molar mass has to be for 2 oxygens, and it's going to be 32.00 grams per mole, and my 32.00 grams of oxygen goes on top, and my 1 mole of oxygen goes on the bottom. And what I like to do is, even if I don't actually or literally cross them out, I do like to make sure my units cancel out by thinking about it. My grams of aluminum cancel, and my moles of aluminum cancel, and my moles of oxygen cancel as well. And I'm left with grams of oxygen, and I think that's what we're trying to solve for. But now, multiply all the numbers across the top, divide by the numbers on the bottom. On my calculator, here's what it looks like. 142.5. I don't know, I actually like to go left to right, so I'm going to divide by 26.98. I'm going to multiply times 3, divide by 2, multiply times 32, and I get that something went terribly, terribly wrong. Let me try that again. 142.5 divided by 26.98 times 3 divided by 2 times 32. That looks much better. 253, or let's just round to 3 significant figures to 254. Well, we can either report this as 253.5 grams of oxygen or 254 grams of oxygen. Either answer is just fine for me. Typically, I will accept answers to 3 sig figs, and I will also accept answers to the correct number of sig figs. Every number that has decimal places, it has 4 digits or 4 sig figs, and so that's why either of these is a fine answer. Any questions about my work so far? Okay. Then I'm going to go back and input the answer. And I'm just going to put it as 254. And 253.5, there's a little space in there, and I do get the correct answer.